Hey.
Hi, AkuyeDede.
Okay, so in this world of bleaching, weave-ons, I see that you have your braids. I like a more natural look. I see you also love a natural look. I saw you the other day and you had your fro, and I'm like, damn, this girl, this child, you just make things look so easy. So what does beauty mean to you in a world that profits from women's insecurities?
Like we said earlier, I think in segment 2, was it?
Right.
Beauty I don't feel like there's a specific definition of beauty. I feel like that's the easiest way to put it. At the end of the day, it's about seeing yourself as beautiful regardless of who you are. And then we have all colors, shades, sizes of people. And I expect everyone to see themselves as beautiful, so hence I can't give it one specific definition. You ask me what is beautiful, I'll tell you Tatiana. When I ask you what is beautiful, I expect you to tell me AkuyeDede. Yeah. And then that's what I expect from each and every person. So that's the simplest, easiest definition I can give you for beauty in this our dynamic world of
because there are a lot of insecure women out there.
So many.
Oh my God.
And it's a product of our society.
It's a product of our society.
Sad.
Look, okay, your mom is mixed.
Yes,
so
my mom is Ghanaian and Ukrainian.
Ghanaian and Ukrainian.
Right.
So she's lighter than the two of us put together.
Way lighter.
Right. But does that make you insecure? No.
No.
Does that make me insecure that I have friends who are light skinned? No.
I see my friends as beautiful. I see my mom as beautiful.
Exactly.
And then it's about security in yourself.
But then people are profiting from the fact that you have people in Gen Z who do not feel comfortable in their own skin shade.
Colorism, guys.
Colorism. They can't do it. Now, you also have the body types.
Right.
This person's supposed to have a big bust.
Yes.
You're supposed to have a big. Oh, I get teased a lot about my butt because
we had this conversation.
We had this conversation. Yes. I've been told I'm from the Krobo tribe.
Right.
I had a cousin once who said to me, you know, for a woman from the Krobo tribe, you don't have a big butt and hips. And I was rude. In my response, I was like, you know what? You can always pay for a BBL for me.
Right.
Why don't you go and get the fat drained out of your wife's belly and put it in my butt? That wasn't AkuyeDede is so naughty, but hey, no, but I was just trying to let him know. I grew up with this.
Right.
I like it. If you don't like it, don't look at it.
Yes, and don't try to
don't impose your view of what I'm supposed
view of my body
on me.
Don't do that.
If people could do that, if a lot of Gen Zs were like you, we won't have the problems we have because we have 16-year-olds altering with parents who take them, they're altering their skin color and their body types to fit into society. So how do you stay grounded in your identity when social media constantly tells you to be someone else?
Constantly. I feel like I would preface everything I'm about to say with, your body, your choice. You do whatever you feel you want to do. At the end of the day, you have free will. But it should never stem from a place of you feeling like you're not enough. I don't feel like anybody should be going to get their body done because they feel they are not enough. Like, you want to do it, but I don't think social media and society should push you into a corner of insecurity that makes you feel like, oh, I have to go get it. It should never be I have to go get my body done. I have to go do this. I have to go. It should never be that deep. Same thing I said with makeup in the earlier segment. It shouldn't feel like a necessity. Once it feels like a necessity, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. The moment it begins to feel like a necessity,
and you're falling into someone's idea of what beauty should be.
We're talking about this. We're talking about having the Ozempic and then people getting on. Yeah.
There's something called an Ozempic face, yo. Keep it up.
So the whole thing of, getting all these things, people are bleaching, altering your skin color, falling victim to colorism in your mind. Someone is sitting down. I think 10 years ago, probably in 2016, what was trending was the Vogue body. Everybody was expected to be small and trim. 5 years down the line, 2020, 2022, BBLs, getting your body done, surge of that. Someone is sitting down in their office. Some capitalist white man by now is sitting down in his office, pushing the knob up and down, and because you're not grounded in who you are as a person, and you don't have mentally you don't have a stance as a person, you're sitting, as they move it up, your mind is going up, down, and someone is just using a nudge to control your mind when you can literally just be your own person.
Be your own person.
It's insane.
So you've grown up in Ghana.
Yes.
How has Ghana shaped your perception? I'm still on this beauty thing. Right. Because
it's a big issue.
It's a big issue.
It's a major issue here.
It's a major issue. Not too long ago, well, in the news, what's trending?
Right.
We have this kid who, I think the video went viral, got her hair cut because she was going to boarding school. And I refused to get drawn into that debate. But it made me so angry. That's her hair. Why do you want her to cut her hair? Why are you trying to... And then the excuse they're using is...
it's a distraction or something along those lines. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, I hope all the men who came up with that, especially the minister who made that foolish and wise comment. I hope you go bald in places that you shouldn't go bald. Seriously.
If he hasn't already.
If he hasn't already. You can't say things like that.
Right.
So... how is growing up in the culture is very tough.
It's very tough on girls. It's tough on everybody, I feel like, definitely.
But more so
but we
on
are
girls.
looking from our perspective. So we can only talk. It's very tough. I was in a school before I switched to the Cambridge system for grade 8.
Right.
I was in a Ghanaian, a GES system school up until grade 6, and then going into JHS 1, I was going to have to cut my hair.
Whoa.
And I actually had to, before my mom made the final decision to switch schools.
Right.
I actually had to begin coming to terms with, okay, I was going to cut my hair. And then, that was something, because I'm somebody who, if you know me now, you know I'm very attached to my hair. I've always been very that. And I had to start coming to terms. Yes, I had to start coming to terms with, okay, I was going to cut my hair. And that was a trying time for me. That was a trying time, because I'm like, wow, so my hair, I'm actually going to cut my hair. My hair is going. And then this is...
So you can imagine the trauma.
So I can imagine the trauma the person had to go through. I've been in a school where upon arriving to school, I had braids and I got my braids cut.
Wow.
To shoulder length, because braids were supposed to be 12 inches. I had my braids cut to shoulder length.
Who comes up with these stupid ideas?
It's crazy.
I think our colonial masters have done a great job.
Amazing.
Convincing us of what we're supposed to
and
look like.
What is and isn't a distraction.
Exactly. What is and what isn't a distraction. Go to hell. What do you mean if I have long hair? So the Caucasian in the Ghanaian school with long hair.
There you go.
That's not a distraction. Gigi, why do you think confidence in black women is often misunderstood or criticized? Before you answer, I see the Ghanaian culture, Ghanaian men, and some Ghanaian women, shockingly, are not comfortable with confident women.
At all.
They were misunderstood, were criticized.
Exhibit A.
Yes, we're called opinionated.
Right.
We're called...
As if opinionated is a bad thing.
Yeah, as if it's a bad thing.
Right.
We're loud, we're whatever they want us to be in their tiny minds.
Right.
Because we're intelligent.
Right.
We'll say it as it is. We can think. We can articulate what we're feeling. It makes us what? A problem.
A problem.
So why do you think that is?
I think the whole negation on women having confidence stems from a place of insecurity and the need to control women.
There you go.
I think that's what it is, because at the end of the day, because I feel like my self-worth is not tied to external things and external people, and things society is convincing me is tied to, like marriage, certain statuses and all that. now at the end of the day, I feel like I can sit here and say that I am not against marriage, I'm not against getting married, but then if I don't get married, I'm not less of a person. You know, society doesn't want me to say that. They want me to marry some man and then, you know, have kids because that's what's expected. And being a kitchen cook.
In 2025.
In the big 2025.
Okay.
I want to be a lawyer. Like, I have things
you
I want
are going to be a lawyer.
I'm going to be a lawyer. I have things I want to do with my life that matter more to me and are more crucial and critical to me than finding a lifelong partner. Not that that is a bad thing once again, but then just that is not the goal of my entire life. That's not the goal of my entire life. I have ambitions as a person. And society doesn't want you to have ambitions as a person, as a woman in Ghana. They want your ambition to be at home, and then when your husband comes and you cook for him and you cook for the kids and you take care of the kids and yeah.
And we've seen how much that has worked for the Gen X.
We've seen how well that has done.
I like that for a young girl at 19 to have views that strong, to have convictions that strong.
Right.
It's a very admirable quality. I just hope, I know I'll be talking to you again.
Of course.
After law school and everything. I'll see where you're at with all of these views. When you've gone through life a little bit more. But what message do you have for girls learning to love themselves loudly? Because Ghanaian girls, from my perspective, are now getting there.
Yes.
But it's like more of a crawl than a walk, let alone a run.
Right.
They don't know how to love themselves. And they're the first to tear other females down.
Right. More than
they think that when they put that paint on their faces and they wear those tight fitted clothes, expose parts of their bodies, that means, we've arrived, we've landed. But it's not about that.
Once again, like
There's
I said
more
earlier,
to it.
Exactly. Once again, like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with it. Look, Auntie Dede has on her little, like her outfits and her clothes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like dressing however you want to dress, looking however you want to look, doing whatever makeup you want to do. But like I said, it should never feel like it shouldn't feel like a necessity. That shouldn't be all that's about.
You should have something.
It shouldn't be vanity.
Exactly.
You know, it should be the icing on the cake. You should be comfortable with who you are as a person, and that you should have all your other qualities and that on top of it.
Wow, I have an issue that I've touched on. You have a lot of Gen Zs in universities these days. They I don't know if some of them even finish. They have what I call sugar daddies and stuff. They take care of them. So they come out of school. You don't even know what skill sets they're coming out of school with. What would you say to girls like that?
I feel
and remember, they'll come after you.
Right. I feel like I said earlier, your life, free will, your choice. But then
find something.
You are more than that. And you
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You are more than that. Like you have free will. I can't tell. Tatiana can't. Gigi can't tell you what to do. Auntie Dede can't tell you what to do. But you are worth more than that as a person. You can do so much. You can have you can be way more ambitious than that in your life. There's so much more ambition to be had, and you should have it. I want that for you. I want that for every girl, every woman in the Ghanaian society to see and value themselves outside of marriage, outside of men. You yourself are a person outside of the material things. You yourself should be a person that at the end of the day you are comfortable with sitting in a room with yourself for 5 minutes and just thinking on who you are. You should be more than comfortable with doing something like that.
Woo! Guys, so we've come to the end of Gen X versus what? Gen Z.
4-part series, guys.
4-part series, guys. Make sure you watch it. I hope you learned a lot from it. Like I said, I'm inspired by this mini-me, Gigi, confident, uber intelligent, going places. She wants to be a lawyer like me, which is great. We hate injustice, so we are passionate about the law.
Right.
I hope you've learned a lot from her too. And I hope we've not just entertained you, but we've given you thought-provoking issues that you can discuss with your friends, amongst your friends. And I'm glad you've joined us.
Yes.
High five, Gigi.
I hope we've left a lasting impact.
A lasting impact on
some
you.
people's minds.
There you go. See, she's still finishing my sentences. We're so in tune, with each other. I love this little girl. Guys, it's Chit Chat with AkuyeDede. Until the next time, woohoo!
Woohoo, guys. See you in 5 years. I'll be back here in 5 years.
You better be. You better be. Take care.